and I will also be sharing my screen now. Okay, so good evening everyone. I don't know if this is visible for you to see, but we just have to make do. Now, the first question I will be answering this evening is about proof of funds. These are a list of some questions I'm able to pick within this short time that has been sent to my DM, so I will address them one by one. So this first question is about proof of funds. It says, for how long do I need to have the money in my account? So about this, if it's you, the applicant's account, the embassy requests that they will request a 3 months bank statement from you. So, and I've said this many times before that it doesn't matter how long the money have to be in your account. What is important is how the money get to your account. So your explanation of how the money was received or the traces of the money, your explanation on the proof of the money. So that's the most important thing. And either you put it in your account today and you apply tomorrow, doesn't matter. What is important is what is the source of the money. So now the second question is, can the money be in my account or my sponsor's account? Now the money that have to be your sponsorship money must be in your account. So the 6720, I'm not sure right now, must be in your account. So please note that if you are using a sponsor, then the sponsor have to transfer it to your account. Sponsor has to transfer this exact amount to your account before you apply for the resident permit. Okay, the third one is, and if I am the one sponsoring myself, what do I need to tender to support my application? Okay, so this also still looks like questions I've answered before. So let me see if I can quickly get those documents that you can need to that you will need to submit. Give me a minute. Well, I can't find them now. Let me check for another. Okay, yeah, I'll get it somewhere now. Just give me a minute to create a list of those documents. Okay, so I have them. Now let's put them here. Let's take this away. Yes, take this away. So yeah, if you are sponsoring yourself, these are the documents you will need. The first one is employment documents. Those are the documents that will serve as your proof of the fund that you've earned it. You've earned the fund through unemployment. So all documents that are related to the work you are doing, employment letter, your pay slip, your payment, and perhaps your last promotion letter too. And if you're a business person, then you will need to present all these documents. So which are your company registration documents, the CAC documents, article and memorandum of association document, tin certificate and all the receipts that shows that you've been paying tax. Tax certificate. Well, I think there's another here. Let me just stop here. Okay. Then you will also need to provide, now here, let me put all your bank statements. Okay. So let's go to the next question here. It says, I would like to ask, if I will be going with my partner, what documents do I need to legalize? And which other documents are needed? Thank you for... Okay. Please mute yourself. We'll get to allow you to ask your question later on today. So, okay, so now if I'll be going with my partner, so because of that, I've opened this page here already, so I'll just put the link so that you can also read about it later on your own. I'll post this document on the web page. So now let me copy this. Yeah. So now just a brief about it. These are the documents that you will need to legalize. I've said it before. Let me put it here before I come to that. Documents you will need to legalize is 1, your marriage certificate, if you are married, and 2, birth certificate. So these are the only 2 documents that you need to legalize. You don't need to legalize your WAEC result or whatever, any other thing. These are basically what you need to legalize if you plan to come with your partner. So you legalize your marriage certificate and you legalize the birth certificate of your kids, so that someone can legalize his own birth certificate. So let me put it there. Your own marriage certificate and your kids' birth certificate. So the process is on this link. You will see it later on. Let's do this. Let's go back here now. Okay. So now, how do you legalize? Let's come here. Now, okay, the process is not even. Let's go to so let's go to Finland Embassy in Abuja. Then let's come. Let's see. Yes. So the thing is, if you are starting your legalization journey, this is where you will have to start. You need to contact the embassy first. So let's see how we can do that. Let me see if I can search legalization. Aha. So now here is how to legalize a document. Let me also copy this and put on the. Let me also put it here. So the first thing is you take this certificate that you want to legalize, either the marriage certificate or the birth certificate. You will take it to step 1. Take documents to MOFA. That's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But I know someone will still ask me for the meaning of this, so let me just write it in full. Ministry of Well, I'm really exhausted, but I still have a lot to do today, so my typing might be wrong or whatever. So take the document to Ministry of Foreign Affairs for attestation. That's the first thing. Now, once this attestation is done, you will then scan the document and the front and back. You scan the document that has been attested to. The attestation at the Foreign Affairs is done at the back of the document. So that's why they ask you to scan the front and back. Then you write a cover letter stating the purpose for the legalization. Why are you legalizing? So the purpose of your legalization is that you've gotten admission to Finland and you want to go with your wife, you want to go with your kid who is your dependent, and you can also go with your brother. If your brother is less than 18 years, your brother can also depend on you. If you have a relative that's less than 18 years, can also depend on you, can also be dependent on you so that you can go together with, but you will need to explain that, okay, yeah, this person depends on me, I've been the one taking care of him. So you explain the purpose of your legalization, you attach the scanned documents that you want to legalize, then scanned copies of your passports, everyone that is concerned, husband, wife, children, father, fiance, as applicable. Then you scan the resident permit if applicable. That's if you already have resident permit and you want to bring your wife or your husband, you scan. But if both of you are still in Nigeria, then there's no need for that, if applicable. Then return address in Finland, you can also notify them that the return address is Nigeria. You are not in Finland yet. And perhaps this will also save you some money. Now for cases of minor, whatever the then for married women already bearing husband names on their passports, scanned copies of proof of name change, depending on what is applicable. So these are the other documents. Well, I won't go to explain this too long, so you can read about this. I posted the link on the Microsoft Word file already, and I'll post it to you on the group. So the answers are there. Now the other question says, please, I want to ask the authenticated document, are we to take it to VFS or are we to send a scanned copy first? No, you don't take it to VFS. You first send it to the embassy, and once the embassy give you the authority to legalize, then they will notify you by email, and that's when you will now send it to VFS, and VFS will tell you to send a copy of that email you received from the embassy. Then they have application form, which you will find here. They have authorization letter too, which you will write and sign, and all these other details. They are here. You can read about it later. So I don't necessarily need to spend much time on this. Okay, so the next question says, also regarding pay of my sponsor is working in Dubai, so he's thinking of depositing the money into my account through a bank in Nigeria. So how is the immigration going to know or verify that he is the one that sent the money since he didn't make the transfer from his bank account to mine? Well, I think this is a simple case. What I don't understand now is that if you say he's working in Dubai, he can actually send you money from Dubai to your Naira account. And if he has money in Nigeria here in his bank account, he can also send to your own account. The basic idea is that he has to send you the money to your account. The money has to be in your account. That's the sponsorship money. Now, the other difference is that you also have to show these documents. Those are the most important things. If he's working in Dubai, then you have to show all these documents too. If he owns a business there, you have to show documents showing that he owns a business and has been paying taxes and all this stuff. If he's in unemployment, then he has to show all these documents too. So that's the most important thing. How he send you the money doesn't really matter. If he send it from Dubai or he send it from Morocco or anywhere. So far, these documents are there to back up how he got the money. Then there's no problem about that. Okay, so the next question. I want to ask a question about studying in Finland with a secondary school certificate. Yes, You can study in Finland with a secondary school certificate. That means you are coming for a bachelor's degree program. Yeah. So maybe I say where to start is studyinfo.fi. Then put www so that to work as an hyperlink. Okay. Now, is there any advice? Is there anything else or another alternative way, like work, I can come to Finland with? Please advise me. Okay, I think this question came from someone who doesn't make it through with the interview. So what I would advise you guys that didn't make it through the interview stage is just let me say one, be on the lookout for separate admissions. 2, be on the lookout for the next admission cycle coming up in August also. Then use this delay time or whatever to further save money and prepare your proof of fund. And maybe another advice I can add to that is, let me say on a lighter mode, use this period to also get married before you come. So just use this period to better prepare yourself, especially regarding this. Shit, what's really going on? So this is the most important thing. And we tell you that in 2020, when I applied I was supposed to go for my interview in March. But at that time, I actually do POF. I just like gather different things as POF. But I was already in Abuja and the interview was cancelled because of COVID-19 then. But at the end of the day, I realized that the delay based on that cancellation actually worked in my favor because I was not able to gather more money. I used the period to save more money. I used the period to prepare a better application. So now you might have experienced delay based on you not being granted admission or you not being invited for interview or whatever. It's not bad yet. That's not the end of it. Just use this small time that you are having to prepare, especially regarding this. Because at the end of the day, I will always tell you everything will boil down to how you can prove your fund. This will be the main thing. So use this time now to save more money so that you won't be stressed when the time comes. You will see that now when the admission start rolling in, as I've said, for those who won't prepare or those who don't prepare, most people will lose their admission because of this money. So that's why I hosted the last 2 sessions about money, proof of fund, what you should do. And I've advised you guys to start working on it. So I will expect that you start working on it. But I know some people will still be caught unprepared, unaware. So, but we'll see. Okay. So I think that is the last question. So I will open if you have any question, then you can ask at this moment. If you have any question, you can unmute and ask. or you can indicate and ask. Just,
Hi, Abby.
I got it.
uh, who is asking the question? I didn't get to.
Okay, Abby, I want to ask a question. My name is Opi. I want to ask if someone is going with his partner, let's say my wife got admission.
I can hardly hear you.
Uh,
Can you speak louder?
okay, what I'm saying is, my wife got admission, and
Mhm.
if what according to what you just mentioned, what I need to attest is my marriage certificate and birth certificate.
Mhm.
Okay, so I want to ask the proof of fund for the partner because I want my wife to go first. The proof of fund, do I need proof of fund? Can I have sponsor for my proof of fund or it has to be from my own account?
Well, it was quite hard to hear you, so but perhaps what I could hear is you are asking about the proof of fund. Do you say you want to come with your wife? Or your wife
Okay,
will
let me.
come?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm audible now. What I'm asking is, actually, my wife was the one that got the admission, and I want to come with her.
Mhm.
So I'm
Okay.
asking, because she will go first before I come in. I want to ask if I will need sponsorship also. I need sponsor for my account. I also use my own account, my personal account.
Yes, yes, yes. The Here is the thing: the person that has the admission,
Yeah.
the students. So let me put it that way: the students will. Please, you should mute yourself because there are different sounds coming from there. The student will need 2,700 euros. Now the next dependent will need, I think, 8,000. Yeah, I think 8,000. Yes. Second dependent we need, I think 6,400. And so on like that. I don't know, it might take time. Now, if I say I should go and look for the information here, it might take time, and I think I'm exceeding the time already. So, let me just give you this website to make further research on your own. So, I'll put this website here, make more research about the required proof for family member or for dependents. Yeah. So, explore this site to make more research. So, now, about this also, you can actually use the sponsor tool if you don't have enough money by
Sarah,
yourself,
leave
or
there.
so you can use a sponsor. But make sure your documents and the documents for your sponsor is airtight. Okay, so any other question?
Yeah, good evening. Um,
Well, I can't hear you. I know the network's like pretty bad.
good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. So I wanted to ask, like, if you're using a sponsor and your sponsor has a business, so is your
Hmm.
sponsor supposed to drop like latest tax clearance certificate and also latest business clearance certificate too?
Well, which one is business clearance certificate?
Like proof they're paying tax, like a tax certificate
Yeah, drop all,
of the
look
business.
at, yeah, you will drop all the payment, tax payment receipt and the tax clearance certificate for the business. Yeah,
Okay,
and the CAC documents
okay.
too. Now, if the business is
Thank
owned
you.
by more than one
Yeah,
person,
thank
then all the directors have to sign that, yeah, they are actually in support of sponsoring you. But if it is owned by one person, then just a normal sponsorship letter is okay.
thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Okay. Hi. Good evening, sir. Thanks
Good
for taking your
evening.
time to answer our question. Okay, so I applied to 3 schools so far, and I did interview for one, and I know towards the end of this month we hope to get reply. So I'm actually asking, I'm about to ask questions about the school fees. Like, do they allow installment payments? Like, how much do I have as proof of fund? I my plan is actually to work with my school when I get there. So how does that work? Like, a friend of mine who is in Italy said their own school is full time and they don't have time to work or anything. The boyfriend mentioned also that in Finland they have a break in between some months. So I don't know, would I be able to work before the payment, or I have to have some savings so that I can pay my first installment or something?
Well, your first year tuition have to be paid in full, but subsequently, I think you can pay by semester. You can
Okay, I have to like pay before I go or when I get there.
you pay before you go.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because the evidence that you've paid is also part of the application documents for the resident permit. So, in the case that you are unable to pay, then you will have to show the school fee as among your proof of fund. And I think someone asked on the group chat, does it mean that the tuition is 6720 for POF? I don't think this person actually. School fee is different from POF. Please note that you pay school fee to the school, but POF will have to be in your account, and that's just it. POF is just like your living expenses.
Okay, what
Okay.
about the working part, sir?
The working part, yeah. So I think this week I also posted on the group. I think someone asked a question related to work. So work is equal to 30 hours per week. Mhm. Then I also said during the summer, summer is May to August. So these 4 months, there is no courses that you are obligated to take. But if you want, you can take summer course. Like last year, I took some summer courses. By the end of the day, out of the 3 courses I took, I realized I only needed one. But it was okay. I wasted my time with the other one. So the summer courses are like intensive course that you take in 3 weeks. But you can choose to take 1 week, 2 weeks, or but it depends on you. But there is no teaching these 4 whole months that you can use to work. So and I think I should also add that you can work full time and if your work full time if your work is related to your studies. So then it doesn't matter, the hours doesn't count then. Okay, any other one?
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, Abby. Thanks for taking your time for answering our question. My name is Roslyn.
Okay, good
So
evening, Roslyn.
so the question I'm going to ask is that I gained admission into VAMIA. So I've started my visa application process. So my sponsor is a retired government worker. I don't know the kind of document I can request at the visa office, as he is a retired government worker.
Okay, I'm sure you still have his employment letter, retirement letter, and he's collecting pension now, right?
Yeah, he's collecting pension.
And probably he has a business or he's receiving some rent.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, you should ask about how he's getting the money he has now. Like the money is going to
Okay.
sponsor you with. How is he getting the money?
Yeah, currently he received this pension.
Yeah.
So that's the
So
money
that
he's going to use to sponsor me. Currently.
yeah. So that pension there is a document for it. That's the document you need to also submit.
Okay,
And
so
if it's
his employment contract, right?
yeah, and it will include this pension that the pension documents too that is receiving now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. My second question is once I'm in Finland,
Mm-hmm.
so can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so I want to ask that once I'm in Finland, can my partner apply after I've gotten there? And when I was researching about what we need for for my partner to be able to apply, they said we need a statement of income, like spouse bank statement. But I'm a student; I won't be working at that time that my partner is going to apply. How do we go about it?
Well, your partner will need to provide his own sponsorship now. Just as you find a sponsor now, then your partner too can also get a sponsor to bring him over.
Okay.
Yeah. But you
Okay.
that is depending on you too, they will likely also ask you to send your own bank statement too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So I will advise that it's when you get here and like you've started working, maybe after 6 months, then your husband can start his own application.
Okay, actually, is in Dubai, so we can apply from there, right? It's not necessary he has to come back to Nigeria to apply.
No, you can apply from there.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Any other question? Any other question? Okay, in the absence of other questions, so I'll put this session to an end. I will save this now and post both the recording and mm, yeah, both the recording and the oh no, I should save this as PDF. So thank you everyone for joining. See you next time.